Hello again, and welcome back to Green Dragon Kung Fu, and I'm Sifu, Dr. Jerry. And today is going to be our first in a series of videos called The Ageless Martial Artists. And our first guest is going to be Mark Welford. I'm sure you've seen him, often in many of our videos, helping us with the applications of the forms. And today he's welcomed us into his home, and he has a bit of a home gym in his basement, and we're going to get Mark to just give us a little tour, and we'll get started.
Hello and welcome to my basement. This is the part of the house where I can get away. This is where I practice my forms, and this is the dummy that I made where I practice conditioning, and this is the certificate I got to get my red sash. One of the things I'm really proud about. And some of the weapons that I've purchased over the last couple of years: butterfly blades, the staff, and on the wall you'll see that I've got Silam Tao written out in Chinese form. I found that quite helpful to be able to learn some of the names and to follow along as I basically did the form standing in front of this. I've been practicing Green Dragon Kung Fu now for 2 years, and it's been 2 of the best years I've had in many years.
We're kind of interested in your journey with martial arts. So can you tell us a little bit about your first experience with martial arts training? Like, I know you were talking about starting a class way back when, and then so on and so forth. But, and what spurred you on to actually take a class?
In England, at the age of 14, I started going to Shotokan karate, and I did enjoy it, but I found that the attention span at the age of 14 wasn't terrific, and I didn't pursue it for much longer than about 3 to 4 months. Then when I was about 27, living in Surrey, I started to attend a couple of classes of White Crane in Vancouver. And again, I was in a situation where life is busy. It was a long way to go, and even though I enjoyed it, I found that other things sort of came in the way, and I didn't really complete anything there. And then I remember walking downtown in Vernon, and I saw your brochure in a window, and I thought to myself, now in this stage of my life, I'm semi-retired, I've got the time, it's time to dedicate myself to something, and I've always wanted to dedicate myself to martial arts. And I've enjoyed it very much so, and that's where I started 2 years ago with you.
Yeah, that's awesome. And do you mind actually telling everyone how old you were when you started and what your age you are now?
I'm 63 now, and I was 61 when I started, and I honestly feel younger than 63. I would say that the overall gradual conditioning that I've experienced working with you, I probably feel closer to 53 than I do 63.
But still feels over 50.
Yeah.
So you say that you always sort of wanted to do the martial arts, get into practicing it. What was it that attracted you to it? And like, what pulled you towards martial arts? Was it for protection? Did you want to be able to?
It was for protection, but I think the key factor was inner confidence. I lacked the inner confidence, and that's something that I wanted to develop. The confidence of getting into a situation and knowing how to walk away if you can, and deal with it if you have to.
Right. So you joined us about 2 years ago, and you've been an excellent student. Hardly ever missed a class. Actually taught some of the classes and helped with instruction, and of course with our videos. So how do you think you've evolved in the last 2 years? What has given you confidence? I understand that. Did you feel any spiritual elements to it?
Yes, I did. I have noticed over the last couple of years, and it was gradual. There's an inner peace. There's an inner strength that starts to develop, and the subtle changes that you notice in your body through the training are very rewarding because it's almost like that inner dragon is popping its little head out and saying, "Hey, you want to be a part of this?" And I do.
Inner Dragon, that's good. My friend Shane, his club's called Inner Dragon Kung Fu.
Yeah.
Okay, so you started Kung Fu again at 61 years old. Now, obviously, we're different at 61 than we are when we're 21.
Mm-hmm.
What would you recommend to anybody out there thinking of maybe starting martial arts after 50?
Don't wait. If you're over 50 and you want to feel closer to 40, get into it.
Good. Yeah, so it keeps you young. It keeps you, what, ageless?
Yes.
Doesn't matter what sports activity you're doing, you're going to have some physical challenges, even injuries. What kind of challenges or injuries have you experienced?
The major challenge that I've had is being able to turn around and open my hips up to the point where I can kick, whereas my upper body blocks and punch-ins and things like that, that has developed, and I'm really pleased with the result. I'm sure that if I was 30, it would be a little bit quicker, but I'm not going to give up now.
Oh, no. And so you had some shoulder surgery back when, and
Yes.
but you're not stopped by that. Everything seems to be going well. Occasionally you have an issue.
Occasionally my shoulder can bug me, but it passes. I've had 2 knee surgeries, and occasionally my knees will bug me a little bit, but that passes as well. I mean, anything that's of any value is really worth fighting for, and I've got to push past that little bit of pain because you know it's going to get better.
That's right. Use it or lose it. And tell us about your finger there.
Oh. Well, my finger I damaged it when we were throwing the medicine ball to each other, and basically I knocked it back quite far. It locks, which is a real pain when you're trying to do a wen sao and your finger is down and it won't come back up.
Yeah. So, and what Mark's developed there is what's called trigger finger. And what I'm going to do is accumulate all the discussions we have of any injuries that have cropped up for people. As a chiropractor, then I'm going to do videos that describe the actual situation, the problem, what it is exactly in your body, and remedies for it, and also, of course, how to prevent them. And that's going to come down the road. Now, is there any final words you'd like to share with our audience?
Yes, I'm very, very grateful to have met you and to be instructed by you and to be guided by you in this field of martial arts. And I respect that a great deal, and I feel privileged to be a part of the team, of the school. Very much so.
Well, thank you very much. Makes me feel really good. One other thing I want to say, though, is that Mark built this wooden dummy here that you saw a few minutes ago. And if you want to learn how to make your own, well, Mark put out a video on his experience and his journey on making the wooden man. And I'll put the link down below for you if you want to have a look at that too. So, you guys all have a great day.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Cheerio.